What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Ziggy Doom, man. Welcome to another podcast. It's been a while, like a month or two. It's been a while since we've been able to do a podcast. But you know, like I told y'all, real life happens, man. I had a lot of stuff going on. Had to do a relocation, had a graduation, had some other stuff to do. But you know, I can't forget about y'all, and I won't forget about y'all. And sometimes my topics kind of go, I think about them and then I forget about them and I don't write them down, and I'm old, so I need to start writing stuff down. But this one is definitely something that I want to touch upon. Now, it's not going to be popular, right? A popular opinion, very unpopular opinion. I can almost guarantee that. But if you know me, then you know that most of the things I say and do is unpopular or controversial. So I was talking to my friend a couple days ago, and we've known each other for some years, and we more than acquaintances, I'll just say that. And she would mention things about her friends in some of our conversations. So I just decided to ask her. I was like, you know, I noticed that you don't seem to have anything in common with your friends, like based off the stories that you tell me about them and the things that you do. You don't seem to have much in common with them. And she thought about it, and she was like, well, yes, I do. You know, they're my friends. I've known them for this long and that long and yada, yada. So I asked her, what does she have in common with her friends? And she couldn't really answer it. So we ended up talking to one of her friends, and I explained to her, like, I said, well, I don't think she has anything in common with you and her other friends. So I don't know why she hangs with you guys. And of course, she couldn't really answer it. So it just got me to thinking. And over time, my friend, she started to realize more and more what I said made sense. Like, you might be right, Ziggy. I'm starting to see that I don't really have much in common with my friends. So my question is to people, why do we have friends? Why do you have friends? Why are your friends your friends? Like, think about it. If you go out with your friends, right, y'all all at a dinner table or at the club, whatever, and one person, everybody's doing their thing, one person just asks, why are we friends? You know, the most common answer is probably going to be things like, oh, well, we've known each other since kids, or, oh, well, we worked together for years, or, well, because we hang out all the time. But does that really make a friend, a best friend especially? Is that all it takes to just know somebody for most of your life and hang out with them and work with them? I think it takes more than that. And we tend to take friendships and misinterpret them. And a lot of times when we do that, we end up having friends who aren't really our friends. And we realize, like, maybe we don't have anything in common, so we probably shouldn't be friends. Now, this happens a lot too, right? You go to work and you have a coworker, and you and that coworker get along. You guys respect each other. You know, you work together well. You've been doing it for years, and then somehow y'all become friends. That's not how that works. A coworker is a coworker. You co-work with them. A friend and a coworker is not the same thing. So when I hear people say, oh, well, you know, and this happens a lot in the military. Oh, well, we were stationed together for 3, 4, 5 years, and we just the best of friends. I don't think that's how friendships should go either. A friendship is something that requires, like, a lot of time and effort and even some sacrifices on both ends. And if you can't honestly say you've done that with your friend, then maybe they're not your friend. Maybe they're a classmate or an acquaintance, you know, or someone you share similar things with. But these don't automatically equate to friends. And I see it a lot. You have somebody who is friends with everybody one week, and then the next week they got a whole new batch of friends. And it's like, that person probably don't understand what friend is. And it kind of, you know, is annoying to hear somebody say, oh yeah, that's my friend, or that's my friend, or that's my friend, or that's my friend, or that ain't my friend no more, or that ain't my friend no more, or that ain't my friend. Oh, well, now we friends again. That's like that tells me you don't understand friendships. You know, friendships can go through ups and downs, you know, and sometimes they end. You know, people part ways, and that's fine. But everybody that agrees with your favorite color or your favorite movie or your favorite TV show is not your friend. Friendships require trust too, right? I mean, all types of relationships require trust. And trust gets taken for granted so much in friendships because people have friends that they don't really understand. Is they friend? They don't understand the concept of friendship. So they have friends, and it's like, well, you're my friend because we both like Nikes, or we were both the same height, or our birthdays on the same day. It's ridiculous, but it happens. So if we really sit back and we look at all our friends and we think about it, like, why are we friends? You know, if the only thing you can come up with is, well, I've known you since you was 2 years old, or man, we went to school together, we played on the same football team, or things like that, that's not enough. You know, what kind of personal things that have you and this friend been through? What kind of sacrifices? What kind of things you and this friend know that no one else knows? How much trust do you have in that friend? And I'm not talking about arguments, because first of all, if you have a friend that you haven't argued with or fought with, I think that automatically disqualifies them as a good friend. I got into a fist fight with my best friend, a fist fight. You know, we got into a fist fight, and we've been best friends ever since. And not just because of the fist fight, but because we've been through highs and lows together. You know, I almost lost my best friend, you know, maybe a month and a half ago, and I was traumatized about it, you know. And it's to the point where he's not even my best friend. I consider him family, you know. But we've been through things, right? We didn't just, look, we wear the same clothes or wear the same shoes, whatever. We've slept in basements together. We've walked miles together, things like that. So, and to this day, we best friends, you know, 30 years later or whatever. So I take friendship very, very dearly. I don't just say anybody's my friend. I don't care if we play basketball together or if we work together. That doesn't make you my friend. Basketball, you my teammate. At work, you're my coworker. So because of that, I have a limited amount of friends. I can count all my friends on my hands. I don't just make people my friends, take pictures with them, post it on social media, and, you know, because one, I don't need that kind of attention. Some people need attention, right? They need other people to validate them. If I have a lot of friends, then that means I'm a good person, or I'm popular, or people like me. And that's just not true. That is not how that works. You have to like yourself first. Can't nobody else give you value but you. So if you need a lot of friends to give you value and you just can't seem to enjoy life without going out and hanging out with friends and talking to friends, then I don't know, it may be something more internal that you need to fix, because you're looking for some of the things inside of you from other people. When you can't do that, you have to find it within yourself. So that's how I view friends. You know, why are we friends? Just ask your friends that from just once and see what they say. And if they give you like a generic, blatant answer, or if they say something, what you mean? Why are we friends? You crazy? That's a crazy question. It's a red flag. Now, segue into that same friend that I've talked to. She, she talks to me about her relatives too, and it's the same trope. I'm like, well, maybe you shouldn't be interacting with some of these relatives if they bring nothing positive to your life. Now, this one is very controversial. Mine's probably about to be blown, but once again, I'm not a typical common dude. I think differently. I move differently. And everyone's entitled to their opinion, so you don't have to agree with mine. Here's my take on family. Family, once again, I've said this before, you cannot choose your family. I couldn't pick who my mom and my father was, my auntie, my uncle, my sister, brother, grandma. I couldn't pick any of that. I was brought into this world and we were related. That's how that works. But that alone is not enough to put my family higher than some people, my best friends, or people that I have established relationships with. You know, even business partners. Because sometimes, we're family. People feel entitled to stuff, right? Well, you my cousin, hook me up. No, that's not how that works. We're not cousins because we worked hard for it or because you said you wanted to be my cousins. We're cousins because our parents are siblings. That's it. So a family member can hurt you more than a friend because family members are closer to you by design. family reunions, get-togethers, whatever. They're closer to you by design, so they know more about you than a person on the street would. And they can use that against you, and they can exploit you too. They can have expectations from you because you're family. Well, I have a rich uncle, so if I ruin my life, I can ask my rich uncle for money and they'll give it to me, or they supposed to give it to me. No. Just like with friends, people need to show you that they care about you. If they don't do that, then you don't have to care about them. Let me repeat that. If someone doesn't care about you, you don't have to care about them. That's just how that works. 50 Cent said something in an interview, and when I heard that, I thought about it, and I had to go and call up my insurance and make changes and all kind of stuff. He has a son, with a woman, and he pays the child support for the child his whole life, whatever. And 50 Cent, everybody knows 50 Cent is rich, right? He's wealthy, okay? He paid his child support for his child his whole life. He was supportive of his child, was there for his child. But then his child became an adult, and the child support cut off or whatever. And that his son felt that he was entitled to a certain amount of money a month because his dad was rich. And 50 Cent was like, nah, that's not how that works. You a man now. You get it on you get it yourself like I got it myself. And his son just, and his mother was bashing 50 and the son was bashing him and all that stuff. So the interviewer asked him, he said, so after all this, do you love your son? And 50 Cent said, I did love my son. And I was like, whoa, that's going to be kind of unpopular because as parents, we're supposed to always just love our children unconditionally, right? Well, here's the thing. At some point in our lives, we have choices. Well, we always will have choices, but the choices we make, we have to live with them, right? So if someone has constantly shown you disrespect, indifference, that they only care about you when they need something from you, regardless who that person is, child, family member, friend, they don't care about you. And they've shown that. Do you have to care about them? Absolutely not. I don't. Do I care about everybody in my family? No, I don't. I don't care about everybody I don't even know everybody in my family. Do I love everybody in my family? No, I do not love everybody in my family. Does everybody in my family love me? They don't. And it's fine, right? I'm not expecting everyone in my family to love me, but everyone in my family can't expect me to love them too. So I don't think anyone on this earth has to love anyone that doesn't love them. And that's what I was, telling her. And of course, her friends didn't agree with that. They thought it was wrong. And I'm like, well, what makes it right to love someone and respect someone that doesn't love or respect you? Because they're family? No. When you're family, you have a family, they show you that they care, right? Conversations, actions, whatever. Or they can show you that they don't care. Or they can show you that they're indifferent. So guess what I do? The same energy that's given to me, I'm going to give it back. Because if I haven't done anything to warrant your hate or your disrespect or your disdain or your indifference, then I don't expect you to be that way towards me. If I haven't given you any reason to disrespect me and you still do it, that means you don't care about me. So I'm not going to care about you, period. And because I feel that way, that's the advice I'm going to give to others when they ask me. It's not the most popular opinion, right? Because everyone says what they think they should say or what they think everyone wants to hear. I don't do that because I couldn't care less what anyone says or thinks about me. That doesn't dictate or determine anything I do in my life. I fail every single day, and no one is a worse critic than me. So I can deal with any blowback that comes with my opinions from anybody. There's a reason my social media is not hitting. There is nothing You can't find out about me on you type Google Ziggy Doom. You know, that kind of adds credibility to what I say and what I do. And anyone that disagrees, you know, they can disagree. But if there's ever a confrontation, usually I'm not the one that ends up looking stupid because I don't have anything to hide. I'm not trying to be somebody. I'm not portraying this image of someone who I'm not. Everything I say, I can verify. I can validate. People that know me in real life know the same person y'all see in front of this camera is the same person out here in these streets. That's authenticity. And that should give credibility to some of the things I say. As crazy as it is to believe, you know, there's nothing hidden about me. Ain't no private media, social media for me. Everything's public. I ain't got nothing to hide. I'm not running from anybody. I'm not afraid of anybody. I don't fear for my life. I'm not, oh, well, I hope this person doesn't see this and make a comment, because that's not going to change anything. Disagreements is fine. I can debate all day, but it's not going to change who I am and what I believe. So to wrap this up, friends, why are we friends? Why are you and your friends friends? You know, think about it. Like, what do you guys have in common? Do y'all smoke and drink together? Do y'all play video games together? Do y'all go to the gym together? You know, what are the similarities? Because if you can't really find nothing you have in common with someone other than seeing them and talking to them, then that's not really a friendship. That's just an acquaintance, a coworker, whatever. And with family, the unpopular opinion, from child to grandparent, if they don't love or respect you, you do not have to love or respect them. Because where does it say you have to love those who don't love you? I mean, we can take it to the religious side. I think the only person did that was the Lord Jesus Christ. So I'm not the Lord Jesus Christ, and I'm not in the Bible. So, and I'm okay with that. I can live with that. I can live with however anyone feels about me saying that. I'm okay with it, because ultimately my life is dictated by the choices and actions that I take, and everyone else's should too. But that'll be it for this podcast, man. I miss y'all, man. I be wanting to do podcasts once a week, and it's something comes up and I have to travel back and forth, and you know, I'm obligated to my responsibilities, so I can't show up my real life responsibilities for my YouTube ones, you know, but I'm still here. I'm still looking at comments. I'm still, you know, giving y'all content. I got some music coming out, and I'm starting to realize that there are some people that really don't like anything that's attached to my name. Like I can take a song or an opinion and I can give it, and it won't be, you know, adhered to, but another person can give that same opinion word for word, and all of a sudden, wow, that's you know, eye-opening. I didn't know that. Let me, you know, try that. It's pretty interesting, man, the way that works. But I'm gonna keep giving y'all content. My music, probably today, tomorrow, I don't know. Gotta upload it. I'm gonna keep putting that out there, because if 100 people don't like my music, but one person does, then me making music for that one person will override the 100 people that don't like my music. So I'm gonna keep putting it out there until everybody says no one on this earth likes your music, Ziggy. Then I'm gonna keep doing it. So, but until the next video, man, be easy.